Okay, Facebook, YouTubers, and beekeepers. A lot of people have requested more details on my Homebrew BeeVac system. So I thought I'd give you a tour, just easier for me just to probably explain it to you than it is to try and type it all out. So here we go. Starting out, I used a 1.5 horsepower wet dry vac. I like this one. It's small, easy to carry, and it also doesn't produce a tremendous amount of suction. The key to a successful BeeVac is the ability to control the suction flow. Too much suction and you'll kill bees. Not enough suction, you won't capture the bees. So it's kind of a fine line. Anyways, this has got, I think this is a 1.25 maybe hose coming out of the vacuum. I also then took a old recycled Hinkley. This is Hinkley Springs, but it's just a water carboy. I think this is what they consider a 2 gallon maybe, 5 gallon. My mistake. 5 gallon Hinkley Springs. Anyways, my biggest goal here was to create it so I could open it up. So what I did is I cut it down the bottom and made this bottom come off. I'm going to try and hold the camera here and remove these little I don't know if I can get it off. There we go. Yeah, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. So what happens is with those 4, this whole top comes off, giving you the ability to, once the bees are captured, you can then shake them out. Obviously, I took some. Now I'm a electronics nerdy guy, so bear with me. What I did is I took this is that plastic. You can buy in the automotive section, but you can run your wires in this. It's kind of a wire protector. In any event, I put it around this rim to create a little bit of an airflow. Again, I wanted to try and decrease the amount of suction that the vacuum produced. So this prevents a airtight seal when it's mated up with the bottom. Is the idea. This top part I took. I think this is an adapter for the vacuum hose. Basically, it kind of slides over the top of the carboy and allows my hose to push on the top like so. And then I took some screen. Zip tied it around the neck, and then when I'm done, I just kind of push this down inside the hole, keeps the bees from coming out. Anyway, so that's kind of the top part. The bottom part is where a little more innovation took place. There's a hole in the bottom. The bottom hole matches up to the hose that comes out of the vacuum, and that hole is just the right size for this to just kind of friction push in. I took a Folgers coughing container. I don't know if you can see, but I drilled a number of holes all the way around the container, and then I took more of the. This is the pet quality screen that you can buy from any home improvement store. I like the pet stuff because it's like 3 times the thickness of regular vinyl screening. Anyways, good old hot glue. Man, hot glue is my friend. Hot glued that down to the top, so that gives great airflow into. These are just cheap bungee cords. I picked them up from a local home improvement store. Drilled some holes in the lip there, and that just kind of keeps it all held together. So this thing then sits down over the top like so. You kind of line gotta line the holes up, and then these things just push into the holes. There's 4 of them. Oops, sorry. Those of you that get motion sickness, sorry. Anyway, so we'll get these in the hole here, just like so. It's really hard to hold the camera and try and see what you're doing. Oh, but you guys are, I'm sure, getting a great kick out of it. Okay, so there we go. So it's kind of all put together. So the vacuum goes in the bottom hole, just like so. We'll then remove, again, take this part out and connect up the hose like so. So that's all connected up, and it works really well. The point is that there's just, now I've heard comments about using non-corrugated vacuum line. I haven't had a big problem with it. The only time I had a problem with it is when I tried to suck too many bees up at one time, especially when they're kind of clung together in a swarm. You know, you end up you know, getting clogs of bees or clumps of bees instead of just getting the 1 or 2 bees. Great for trap outs. I've set this up next to the hole of a tree in the side of a barn, and as the bees were flying, you know, let the vacuum run for several hours, but as the bees were flying in and out, they would get sucked up into the hose instead of getting back into the hive. But I don't use it a lot. I only use it when I actually have to, but it does work. So anyways, there you have it, my homebrew honeybee BeeVac.